Hi YouTube. Well, today I'm doing a little bit more upgrading and changing the look of the bus. Those who've been with me for a while remember when I first did the screens, I did them like on this window where you'd open the window, then you close the screen, and I mean that works. I've still got them on the emergency windows, although I think that's going to change a little bit. Then the next gotta go outside here. The next incarnation is I basically took those screens and moved them to the outside of the windows. They're only halfway down, and the flies and bugs can get up through here and get out or get into the bus. It also on the other side, when I was going to the school of UP, this one blew off when I had a big rig right next to me, and my buddy Fritz had to dodge it due down the road. So I'm gonna change this a little bit, and the other thing you notice is that, like I did the gray screening and the silver, I'm gonna change a lot of that look. So let me get my stuff set up and I will show you how I'm going to do it and what it's going to look like. So be right back. Okay, so first thing I got to do is determine the size of the windows, and I think I'm going to measure each one to make sure, but I'm pretty sure that they're all the same size. Now I'm going as far up in here as I can, up underneath the rain thing, and come down here, and it comes out to just shy of 30 inches. So it's like if I make them 29 and 3/4, that should be good enough as far as height, width-wise. Pardon me here. Width-wise, I want to have them as tight as I can up against here. So that would be 24 and 3/4. So 29 and 3/4 and 24 and 3/4. Now, dropping stuff here. So what I'm using is, you can buy these things individually in 7-foot lengths. For me, that I bought these kits that are 60 inch by, so they're 5 feet. Okay, so I will be able to get out of each kit I can make 2 whole screens, because I'll get a side and a top and a side and a bottom. And each kit comes with these corners, and so I had to buy an extra set of corners for each for the second screen. And we have to take all those corners into account, is that when the frames fit in, they fit up against this spot right here. So let me come back to that. So it's got to come up to these corners, and each corner is 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so that means 2 corners. I need to take 1.5 inches off at each measurement when I cut the pieces. So let me get those cut. Alright, so this fits in here nice and tight. So next step is going to be getting the screen in it. To do this, you need special tool. It's got one edge that's just pointy and one that's got a concave surface. And you basically just start in the corner using the concave surface and start pressing this in. Once you get going down the long straightaways is not hard. Copper screen's a little harder than the nylon screen because, well, it's wire, doesn't bend as easy. So basically I'm gonna go around this, let me get that done, and I'll show you how it works out. Okay, once I have the spline in, and I will admit this copper metal is a lot harder to do than like the nylon or the aluminum screens that I've done before, but it still cuts with this. Is you basically getting right along the edge here, being careful not to cut on the inside. And you just go right along it and trim it off. So I'll trim this out and then we'll get it installed. So there's the first one. Now I think that looks a lot better than that. Definitely got a different look to it. I am going to put in a piece down here to hold it so that it doesn't bounce. There you go, YouTube. New screens. I like the look, especially with the sun coming off that copper. And take you around the other side. I did pretty much the same thing on the other side. By the way, these are held on with little angle brackets. You know, thank you, Jax. He came up with that idea. The other side, it's not in the sun, it's not as noticeable. But one thing I did do was I made a little screen for up here, so that way Cammy can catch some breeze because she likes to sit here and watch the world go by, but also the front tends to get really hot, and this at least lets a little bit of a breeze through. All right, so that's it. That's my new screens. I got one more thing to do to update the look of the bus, and we'll get to that in the next video. See you later.